You've met a great girl, but your gut tells you there's something wrong? In this video, we'll take a look at the top 6 signs of a woman having a rich, intimate life with many men in the past, even if she seems to be quite a shy person. The first sign is if a girl is being too open in terms of intimate matters. She may actively share details of her private life with you and in society as well, perhaps making dirty jokes from time to time. If there are no taboo topics for her, and you can see how much she enjoys these conversations, then everything is obvious. While others may get embarrassed with such topics, this girl feels like a fish in water. Imagine her behaving reservedly in public, but you find yourself in bed together right on the first or second date. She feels as confident as possible in bed, shows you a bunch of different cool techniques that you've only seen in adult movies before. This can also be considered a sign of great experience. Maybe you were hoping that everything would go well, but was everything too perfect? Maybe she was too confident there and calmly accepted all your initiatives? Yep, maybe she learned some theory from videos just to surprise you, but it's more likely that she acquired these skills through frequent and varied relationships. Okay, don't head straight to conclusions, let's check the other signs. The next important signal that she may have been involved in many relationships with men lies in her secretive behavior or contradictory info in stories about her past. Sure, she won't tell you the whole truth about herself. Even a girl with a lot of experience can tell you that you're only her second guy. So, you better start paying attention to indirect signs. Women know that a rich, intimate experience with various men is unlikely to generate a positive reaction from a new partner. Therefore, they hide their past as best as they can. Such a lady answers all questions reluctantly, always eluding a clear answer. She always tries to change the subject to some other topic, and if she does talk about her past relationships, then this info seems either too convoluted or inconsistent. She may tell you one story on one day and a completely different one the next day. The contradictions may relate to names, for example. For instance, she may say that she had a long affair at some point, and then claim that she has never been in a serious relationship before. Or, she may describe specific hobbies or activities that she shared with her former partner, but they don't match her current interests. If you find out from her stories that she hasn't taken long breaks without boyfriends, then it's not hard to see the truth. She's jumping from one affair to another, and most likely there were many such jumps. If she has also cheated on one of her past boyfriends, then this further demonstrates her tendency to pursue frequent intimate relationships. If a woman has cheated once, she has already crossed the line in a healthy relationship. In other words, it will be much easier for her to cross this line a second time. If you have noticed such behavior in your chosen one, initiate a serious conversation with her about it and ask her to clean up her past. If she is truly interested in a relationship with you, her reaction will say more than words. If she opens up honestly and fills in all missing gaps, then she's good. But if she continues to give inconsistent answers, you might need to take a second thought before continuing such a conundrum of a relationship. The next warning sign emerges if a girl is dependent on male attention. She may pay excessive attention to her appearance. Perhaps she spends a lot of time on makeup and outfits, always checking her image in the mirror. Or she may often change her look. So often, in fact, that you forget what hair color she had last week. Right, women tend to constantly embellish themselves, change haircuts and dresses. But if a lady seems to transform herself too often, look no further. She's looking for men's attention, especially if her everyday look is not quite casual, for example bright lipstick, a revealing dress with a deep neckline, or high-heeled shoes. If a girl frequently uses social media platforms and constantly updates her photos, it can also mean that she is looking for someone's validation, especially if her profile includes semi-nude photos of herself, which she calls either a part of aesthetics or art. Exposing your half-naked body to the public on a regular basis and endlessly updating your profile in hopes of getting likes is a rather questionable form of art, don't you think? Basically, she does it for others to look at her and admire her. It's worth noting that there is also an opposite side of the coin. A woman can dress pretty simply and play the role of a modest girl, but when interacting with her, guys start to feel like real men. To keep this feeling alive, they start looking for more chances to hang out with this girl, eventually falling in love and investing loads of money in her. The thing is that such women have a strong impact on men's psychology. They know it well, and they are skilled at using it to their advantage. The next sign in our list may involve her provocative behavior aimed at, you've guessed it, attracting men's attention. A woman with extensive experience is aware how easily men fall for flirting and compliments and are happy to reciprocate. No wonder why she can easily flirt with a restaurant waiter, a colleague, or your friend. I recommend paying attention to small moments. Usually when in a large group of people, these ladies prefer the company of men and she is not interested in the female group. By the way, it's not an issue that she openly flirts with each of them. She's just used to communicating with men and getting a moral boost from it. You need to realize what purpose a woman has behind provoking men's attention. The first goal is to get recognition and admiration. This type of woman either has self-esteem issues or some other psychological problems. Think of men's attention as a kind of energy fuel for her ego. The number one priority here is to be popular with the opposite sex and to feel herself no less valuable than other girls. The second priority is to have fun and achieve personal goals. If a man's admiration is not enough for her, she needs a man to invest in her, give her gifts and money. In other words, she is trying to monetize her appearance. It's quite possible that she actually did have 2 or 3 boyfriends before you, and she's simply this outgoing by nature. Your impression of a woman should be based on a whole range of factors, not just one. So let's move on. The next important indicator lies in the lack of emotional connection. Emotional closeness is no less significant for a successful relationship than physical closeness. Moreover, it's worth understanding why it is so persistently avoided. If a girl doesn't talk to you about her feelings or doesn't show them at all, she may have 2 reasons for doing so. The first one is that she may be afraid to show her inner self and get attached to someone. Maybe it's a case of being more closed off or having been emotionally hurt in the past. Maybe she's afraid of getting her heart broken again. You should give them a little more time to trust. The second reason makes it worse. She may have other options on her side that you don't need to know about. She's not going to stop at one, so she's not looking to secure a deeper relationship. If the girl in question directly states that she is not ready for a serious relationship, then you have an even clearer confirmation of our assumption. The sixth sign sounds as follows. A woman who has been involved in many affairs with men will be given away by her environment, her interests, and perhaps even her job. Birds of a feather flock together, and a person's social circle can tell you a lot about their past. If, besides all the mentioned above sign, the girl has a lot of model girlfriends and lovers of short-term relationships, then she probably has had many of those herself. Or, if her friends are mostly men, it could raise questions too. Among other things, she may work in a male-oriented team. It may even be a perfectly normal job. Let's say a software development company where the team is predominantly male. You can't just avoid male attention in such a job. This can carry additional risks. Meeting your potential partner's friends is an important step. This is an opportunity to meet people who are important to her, and for her to introduce you to her circle. But what if she avoids meeting her friends or evades it in every way possible? Maybe she makes excuses for why you can't meet her friends or changes the subject once you bring it up. This could be a clear sign of her hiding something suspicious. In a sincere relationship, a woman wants to reveal you to the whole world. However, if there is a risk of revealing something awkward, she will try to avoid you from finding it out. Maybe she's afraid of her friends, who know about her past, accidentally spilling the beans. Or maybe she used to date one of her current friends and doesn't want you to know about it. Whatever the reason for her secrecy, it's not something you should overlook. You might want to reach out to her friends directly to get a better sense of who she really is. None of these signs gives you a 100% guarantee when it comes to choosing whether to have a relationship with the woman in question or not. But the more of them, the higher the probability. Thank you for supporting this episode, and don't miss our other videos. See you soon. Bye.